Hello and welcome to my video about how to use WebPlus effectively to edit our website. First of all, this may be review for some people, but it's very important to go over this. So I'm going to take some time to make sure everyone understands what's really happening in the background, because we're more than likely, where there's more than one person working on the website at any one time, we're more than likely going to run into a problem where two people update the website and one of them ends up deleting something, or it doesn't get added correctly. So I'm going to go over that right now because it is very important that you understand what's going on. I've done this little diagram to show everybody what's going on. This is our web server. This is you, I, and whomever, because there's more than one person working on it. What's important to know is when you first boot up the web program, you're contacting the server and doing something that's called an FTP GET. FTP is short for File Transfer Protocol. You're telling this web server, hey, I want the website. So it takes a second and it downloads a temporary copy to your computer. Okay, if I come in at the same time and download a version of the website, whatever changes you've made, if you save first, are lost because I will save after you and thus deleted your updates. So when you first boot the program, it does a get, pulls from the server, and then when you save or publish, it's called a put. So it puts what you've changed back on the server. So we need to be careful about this because I can almost guarantee we're going to run into it. Okay, I'm assuming at this point that you have WebPlus already installed on your machine. So now we're going to launch it and get the website so that we can start editing it. What you'll do is come down here and click on your Start button, go to Programs, go to Serif Applications, WebPlus. Take a second here, and by default this is going to be the first screen that comes up. It says, what do you want to do? Start a new site, use a template, open a save site, import existing site. We're going to do import existing site. Now on here, change the radial button to Site Multiple Pages. Follow hyperlinks, it will default to 1, doesn't matter. Just leave all this at default. Okay, and then in here you type in www.tracy'sdogs.com. All of these should be checked, but if they're not, check them all except for import using tables. After that, you'll hit import, and it will take a while. Right now what it's doing is it's saving, it's seeing how the site is laid out as far as the hyperlink, the linking between the pages goes. On the right here you'll see these really aren't all the pages that are on the website. This is just as far as WebPlus sees it. And that's fine and dandy, but they're just to let you know there's a lot of other things out there. Okay, now here comes the fun part. What this is doing here, generating Smart Object Preview, is WebPlus by default goes through and creates a preview for every video that's on the website just for our convenience while editing. Has nothing to do with how a web browser or how the client ends up seeing the website. By default this is enabled, and it's probably a good feature if you only have 1 or 2 videos, but since there's a lot of videos on the site, this part will take forever. And so just in the interest of time, I'm going to pause the video while it's doing this. Just let it run though, and I'll show you how to disable this to save yourself a lot of time. What ends up happening is every time you'll go to make a change, like edit the size of a window, and I'll show you that, or you go to save the site, it will redo this preview, thus adding 20 to, well, at least 10 to 20 minutes onto your onto each edit you do, which is just laughable. So I'm going to pause the video for right now. Okay, now WebPlus is finished generating all the previews for all the videos. We're actually able to come in here and do some work on it. As you can see, the user interface is very much like any other program probably you've ever used. What you're going to want to pay special attention to at most of these. Here's the pages on the right hand side. You should probably be familiar with how those line up. And then the zoom function at the top. You can either click on this to get a better view, because you're really going to need to get in precise, at least at first, and then you'll get used to how to work it. So I'm going to just set to 100 really quick. And like I said, here's the different pages on the website. Now I'm going to show you 3 different ways to add the videos, each way being a little bit better than the last. The first way takes the longest, second takes the second longest, and the last is the easiest. The first method I'm going to show you is, in my opinion, the hardest and most time-consuming method. I'm showing you this simply because there are multiple ways to do it. I just feel that, in my opinion, if I was doing it, I wouldn't be doing it this way. So here's what not to do. Well, or you can, but first of all, what we want to do is come over, and we're going to be editing one of these pages. I don't want to be deleting and moving videos around on a quote-unquote hot page or live page, so we're going to make a duplicate of one of these pages to play around with. What I want you to do is to go over to Urgent, single click with the right mouse button, and then go down and hit on Clone Page. It's going to create another page down here called Urgent, but it's at the end of the list. And then WebPlus wants to generate a smart object preview for each one of these. Go ahead and let it do it for the time being. In the interest of this video, though, I'm going to just X off each one of these previews, and I'll show you what it does to the site. Okay, then come down here and double click on Urgent, so you're actually looking at this one, and you'll notice that it puts a little I here. So this is the one we're working with. This is fine. In fact, what I would do after this is single click with the right mouse button, go down and hit on Page Properties, and name it something else. Whatever. Just so we don't have any confusion. Okay, so this is the one we're editing. Now you see what happened when I disabled the previews. All it did for us is just stopped adding that single picture in here, so we knew which one we were dealing with. But where we can view that in our browser, it's really not a big deal. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm just going to delete this guy, and I encourage you to experiment with this as well, so you can know how to do it too. Okay, so I went in and I just single clicked on the video and hit the delete key on the keyboard, and then I did the same thing in here. I highlighted it and then hit delete on the keyboard. First step is to go over to your browser, and we're going to pull up a video to embed. The video I'm going to embed is Mr. T here, because I like Mr. T. He's pretty cool. So you click on Share, Show Options, Long Link, and then you single click in here. It will highlight everything. Right click, single click with the right mouse button, hit Copy, go back to WebPlus, go Insert, Media, YouTube Video, enter the ID of the YouTube video, or paste the video's link. So I right click in here, click Paste. By default, these 3 boxes should be checked. If they're not, go ahead and check them and leave the other ones unchecked. So autoplay off, loop off, show video info on, allow full screen on, include related videos on, this off. Now, because in this section all the videos have that yellow border, what you want to do is click on Show Border and select yellow for both of them. Okay, now here comes the hard part. You position your mouse somewhere in this window, and then you're going to single click with the left mouse button and drag a window. And try to make it as best as you can, but actually it doesn't. You're going to want to make it as best you can. This is probably where most of the time is taken up. However, I'm just going to show you that either way you should be doing this. So now once I go through and generate a preview, which gets really annoying, and as you see, every time you resize it wants to generate a new preview. Go ahead and leave this on. We'll be disabling this to save you time. So for right now, because I want all the videos the same size and aligned, as you can see they're not, what I'm going to do is just make sure this one is selected, and then I'm going to hold down Shift on my keyboard and select the video to the left of it or to the top. It doesn't matter, but I would do the left. As you see it, and I single clicked after that is you see it put a box around both videos. Put your mouse over this video here, single click with the right mouse button, go down to Arrange, go to Size Objects, and then check both of these, and then we have two videos that are the same size. Okay, then I single click off this pane so that I can drag this. Oh, shouldn't have done that, excuse me. Oh, by the way, I just hit Control Z on my keyboard because I accidentally grabbed the background, as you see, instead of clicking and moving the video I wanted. So I just hit Control Z. You can also do that from the Edit and Undo. Undo is your friend. That was just a keyboard shortcut. So what I'm going to do is click on my video, and I can do this by hand again, or as good as I can by eye, and keep doing this all day till the cows come home. Or we can take a shortcut and move it wherever we're going to move it to. Hold down Shift on the keyboard, click on the video above, single click on the video above it, so it highlighted both, so it encapsulated both. Put the mouse over this video, single click with the right mouse button, go down to Arrange, Align Objects, and because we want the left margin to align, we go left. Okay, got it. And then to make sure that it's aligned with this one as far as the height, this whole row, we single click on it, hold down Shift, single click on this, move the mouse over here, right click, Arrange, Align, and this one is going to be top. And now that line is, now that line is perfect.